Howdy 7th grade. Today we are going to be talking about how to add and subtract decimal numbers. So we've been talking about fractions for a few days. Now we're going to switch gears, go into decimals. So I think the best way to do this is I'm going to show you on an example. We're going to write down the steps we used, and then we're going to do another example. And after that we're going to be pretty well done. So I'm going to start off with 1250 or 12.5 plus 3.75. And the way I do this, I just make sure I line it up with the decimal. So I'm going to put 12.5, and the first thing I'm going to do is to line up my decimal there. I've got 3.75 here. Now I do some addition. I can put a 0 here where there was no number. 0 plus 5 is 5. 5 plus 7 is 12. Write the 2 and carry the 1. 1, 2, and 3 is 6, and my 1 comes down to, that is 1625. So let's write down the steps. Number 1 is I lined up my decimals. Number 2 is I add from right to left. And number 3 is I put decimal in my answer under the other decimals. Other starts with an O, not a U. Under other decimals. So we're going to do another example. Just to try to keep this nice and quick today, we're going to do 5.2 minus 2.88. What I'm going to do, I'm going to line up my decimals. So I have 5.2, line up a decimal here, 288. I can add the 0 in, so I add a 0. And now I just need to subtract. I'm going to make sure I keep my answer decimal under the other decimals. I'm going to ask what's 0 minus 8. Can't do that. Take 1 from 2 to make 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. 5 is going to become a 4, so we're going to have 11 minus 8, which is 3. 4 minus 2 is 2. So my answer would be 232. Pretty straightforward, just like any other subtraction problem, but we got to keep track of where that decimal is, and we'll be good to go. That's really all I got. I'll do one more practice problem with y'all just to make sure we're feeling okay, and then it'll be a very, very short video. So let's do 100.2 minus 98.65 and see how that goes. So if I have 100.2 on top, I gotta line up my decimal to get my 98.65 there. It's going to equal, I'm going to want to borrow 1 from the 2, get 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. This is going to be obnoxious, so this is going to come over. And eventually I'll be able to borrow 1 from this 10 to get an 11 there. 11 minus 6 is 5. And 9 minus 8 is 1. So I should end up getting 1.55. Just like that, I am good to go. So like I said, it's a real short video. Please make sure you do the lesson practice. It's A through J. I just did 3 problems in about 4 minutes with a bunch of talking and explanation. So I'm sure if you sit down and do these 10 problems, it won't take you very long at all. Other than that, have a great evening. I'll see you all tomorrow.